Okay, so how's this work? Those are kids handing out candy instead of getting it. So.
Give one out, eat one. Give one out, eat one. Here's
go.
Trinity Lutheran Church presents the fabulous 40s of the Bible, another play off the 40 theme. There's Noah.
Yep.
40 days and 40 nights. God's fabulous promise, another play on the word. There's a nice shot of their float from Trinity Lutheran.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just like to see everybody
Moses
get involved.
spent 40 days. Moses spent 40 days on the mountain with God and received the fabulous 10 Commandments.
That's right.
40s all over. There's Moses on their float. That's a neat float.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fun.
really glad this year to see so many different people playing into the theme in some way.
Yeah.
It's a good theme. It's Omaha Creative Institute is next. You see their truck going down the road. They provide access to the arts and creativity, and they help everyone celebrate their own creative impulses. They offer weekly Come Create It workshops. They organize team building events. They help artists make a living. OmahaCreativeInstitute.org is their website. You can go there and sign up for a workshop.
Yeah,
you see someone
some
working
pretty
there?
neat stuff, you know.
Someone's drawing on their float.
Okay, here comes William Forsey for Metro Community College Board, and he is he wants to be part of that group of the College Board of Governors that believes continuing education is the key to your future economic well-being, and yeah, you can argue with that. Especially in today's economy, you have to take advantage of everything you can to get to that next step.
And I think he's running for re-election.
But Metro Community College has been around and very well respected. There's a lot of people who've gone through those doors and they've done well for themselves.
There's Miss Bellevue, did that say? Yeah. Junior Miss Bellevue.
Yeah, it's Michaela Wells.
Michaela.
She'll be representing our state of Nebraska, of course, at America's National Teenage Scholarship Organization's Sweetheart National Finals in the junior division, and they'll be held this July in San Antonio. Wow, San Antonio in July. Ooh, that'd be different. That would be different.
Miss Bellevue Junior Sweetheart, Michaela Wells. Yep. Here's Exceptional Athletics Nebraska. They're the newest cheerleading facility in Omaha. And they do both recreational and competitive teams for all ages and abilities. They do tumbling and conditioning. Cheerleading, is a relatively new as a sport.
Yes.
The cheerleaders on the sidelines cheering things. Now the competitive sport of it, the competition element's really picked up, and you're seeing a lot more of this. And this is the newest cheerleading facility in Omaha.
Well, and it's branched off. There's cheerleading dance, there's cheerleading gymnastics type squads, and it's but you still have to have that outgoing personality.
Yes,
you can't be a shy violet, that's for sure.
Nope.
And again, it's one of those things like with the dance teams, it's the confidence building that you have. Okay, Phoenix Pools and Waterfalls. Now, I know every time they've been in the parade, they've had a really neat float. They've always had running water of some kind. Yeah.
They show their work, man.
And
they're a good parade entrant.
They've got that little waterfall going with the palm trees. And
either a dolphin or a shark or something at the top, it looks like.
Yeah, it might be a dolphin. They're probably a little more friendly. Yeah.
It's not going to be a shark. Eat your children. No, that's a neat look at that. That's a lot of work to get that waterfall going. They had some swimmers in there. They got a fountain in there.
Wow, that's fun stuff.
They really should have. They're located at 72nd and Harrison. They want Phoenix Pools to be a fun part of your family. You can hear their music. They've got it cranked up.
Yeah,
I hear that in the broadcast.
It's rocking us over here at the table, that's for sure.
You see the Pinnacle Bank entry there.
I like their logo, their motto. Community is first at this bank.
Yeah,
we
you know
talk
what?
about that a lot.
You know, Pinnacle Bank is all about kind of the local level, local choices, and what they choose to loan to business owners and make the decision at that local level, not worry about what some review at a national level sales and what's best for a community. They serve families and local businesses. They've been family owned and based in Nebraska, and they have 53 locations across the state of Nebraska.
All right, quickly we saw the Mosquito Posse, which is organic alternative to yard pest control, and now we're looking at TST Insurance. Tammy Tiefenthaler and Mandy Ream. If I remember correctly, I remember being at their ribbon cutting.
Yeah, I do too.
We've been to so many ribbon cuttings.
It's been busy. It's been busy the last few years.
And that is a good thing.
TST, terrific savings today, fan words. And here comes Senate's Sandbar.
They want you to know that they are the best place to party in Papillion.
Look at that giant truck they brought in, huge tires.
Yeah, it's one of those Dodge Rams.
Ooh. Yep, they're located not far from they basically join with Papillion Bowl.
Right, they're side by side.
And they have the sand volleyball courts over there.
Yep.
Really active, busy place, and not far from Papillion Fun Park. Boy, you go down that street.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Yep.
And Senate's is a relatively new business in Papillion and hopefully growing. A lot of sand volleyball players. Nebraska's a volleyball crazy state, and there are a lot of sand volleyball players out there.
I was surprised when I first came out here because everybody felt that volleyball was a California sport.
Oh, no.
But I'll tell you what,
Nebraskans love
right
volleyball.
up there.
You're going to find a sand volleyball bar, and Senate does a good job with their leagues.
Nebraska off-road, 4x4 team, and remote control. And everybody likes remote control. So
yeah. Look at these mutters they got coming through here, these off-roaders. It's about the love and the fun of driving four-wheel drive vehicles in any form. And you know what? They actually help raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
And a lot of other charities.
Yeah, you might look as an outsider, look at a group like this, and a bunch of people have never really grown up, and they're just running around in the mud, and then you hear, well, yeah, we donate to Make-A-Wish. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they... I'll tell you, Tori, they just, people are hobbyists and enthusiasts. You might be into classic cars. You might be into, some people are into hot air ballooning. These guys are into off-roading, and they got a club, and it's like a Corvette club kind of, you're going off-road. And all kinds of vehicles, modern or, kind of more vintage, but all of them got to be four-wheel drive.
Yeah, and they can all get somewhere, too.
Yeah.
Go from point A to point B.
But to have a quality four-wheel drive vehicle doesn't hurt in Nebraska because whether you're on the pavement or not, in the winter, you need four-wheel drive. In the winter snow. So.
I know a guy who spent his very first winter in Nebraska last winter, and he's like, what are you guys talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Well, wait.
Wait a year. You got it lucky, pal. You're going to need a four-wheel drive in a minute here.
Yeah.
And here comes, as you mentioned earlier, we alternate the bands. And
yes.
We've got the Monarchs marching right at us. This is playing the Vista High School marching band. This year it's their turn to finish the parade. Last year they started, this year they finished.
And I think it's nice that both schools will get involved. Like we mentioned earlier, school's out for the summer, but yet these kids from both schools will come back, the kids in the band, so they can be part of their hometown festival and parade. And they help make it what it is. So here come the Marching Monarchs.
They're going to play right now for us. Simon tune popping along. You and I both know this one. We overlap at this song, don't we?
You can call me Al.
Yep. The cheer team is right behind him there. He's going to see him coming. They're under the direction of Jennifer Curtis and Leah McAuliffe. There's three teams, freshman, junior varsity, and varsity. And they're promoting school spirit.
Yeah, and they do volunteer work. They've got hundreds of hours in the community, and some of the things include the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, Angelman Walk, and the American Cancer Association.
They're doing a cheer for us right now.
Yeah, so these kids just don't show up, put on a uniform, and jump around for a couple hours at a game. They get out and do some work in the community.
That's great. We're really fortunate in Papillion to have 2 great high schools and 2 great high school bands and cheer groups.
Yeah.
Both schools do a tremendous job. A lot of great music programs.
A lot of quality both ends of town with those high schools. And, of course, the Monarchs can lay claim to being the original high school. So, Fabulous 40s, celebrating 65 years. And you're getting that look. This is probably one of Darren's favorite shots because of the flag. And you're looking right through to downtown Papillion with that great big American flag overall.
There goes the parade marching by. Yep, Tori, I'll tell you that you see the number of parade entrants. I think we had a record number of parade entrants in this year's Papillion Days parade.
Yep.
But it didn't seem long. It flew by.
It did. It went by quickly.
It was very busy and a lot to look at, a lot to talk about.
Well, and I think people will talk about it. And you mentioned earlier how this is always held in conjunction with the College World Series weekend.
Yeah.
I've actually talked to people who come from Mississippi, they come from California, Arizona, Louisiana. They heard about this. Their team wasn't playing that day, so they came down and they were like, wow.
Yeah, and there's 2 big youth baseball tournaments in town, too. And
That's
there's
right.
young people around. It's like, what do we do for our kids? Well, there's a parade, there's a carnival down here.
Yep.
We get a lot of people from out of state, and they're like, wow, this is amazing. And today was no different. We got great weather. You know, we got super fortunate and a huge crowd again.
Well, and not to speak for the mayor, but he was here earlier, but I'd like to think now that it's over that he's very happy about everything.
Yeah, I think he's pretty relieved it didn't rain. So another year without rain, that's where we'll take it. So.
All right, well, thanks for being with us, and if you're watching it on the replay, we thank you for watching Papio Vision as well. He's Darren Carlson, I'm Tori Pantale, and for Mayor David Black, City Administrator Dan Hoynes, and everybody, City of Papillion and the Community Foundation, and thanks to all of you for making this all possible. And if you're watching this today, Saturday, live, come on down to City Park. There's still a lot going on. Thanks for being with us, and a special thanks to all the guys at Cox. I'm going to name them again. Spencer Millard, we got Greg Gepforth, we got Mike Cranack, Kelly O'Malley, Gary Repair, Jamie Rivera. Let's see. I mentioned Kelly, Mike Cranack, and, of course, Special Agent Cody Banks. Cody's a good buddy of mine, so anyway. But, Darren, thanks a lot. It was good working with you again, and we'll see you early tomorrow morning at the duathlon.
At the duathlon. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.